south, and then Burris. If Heritage can't beat this team, something's wrong.
Okay, last sectional championship was 2003
For
Muncie Burris. Regional was 1947.
$34 is out, 30 is in.
1942 was our last semi-state appearance.
You probably would in this gym.
I doubt it. Ball State would have been using that then. Who?
Number 30?
Slammer.
Is that the one we had problems with in football? Under 2.
Great. Test. Dum 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 dum.
You gonna open this up?
Yep.
Okay.
Jerry, what's the plan here? 5 and a break, and then
6 or 7 and break.
okay. Coach asked me if I was going to open up. I said, "Yeah, I'll carry you again. That's all right."
Yeah. Thanks for everybody for tuning in. It's John Bresh's first and last game of the season.
Never to be seen again.
Never be seen again.
That'd probably be all right with a lot of people.
I would be disappointed if you didn't do any more. I got to get your basketball schedule so I know when I can get you. Oh, is that the floor? God, it's terrible.
All you got to do is go to Rose Hall and you'll see it. Starting next week, every Wednesday and Saturday. So,
All right.
I mean, with the exception of some stuff around Christmas and things. If you need some help on a Friday night, and we're going to be home on a Saturday, I don't mind.
Right. Not if you're going on the way.
But if we're traveling, I can't do it.
Okay.
It's too much.
All right. 44.
I mean, how can I turn down $100 a game? I can't turn it down.
Yeah. You're talking to the wrong guy now.
The right guy heard me, though.
He's laughing at you right now.
Oh. Good evening and welcome to the Bud Brown Classic on the campus of Ball State University, Ball Coliseum. You're listening and watching Indiana SRN, where you're always in the game as we bring you the consolation game of the 2019 Bud Brown Classic. Good evening, I'm John Brush alongside Keith Myers, the coach, and we will have the call of this one here, which will be Muncie Burris, the home team, against the Heritage Christian Eagles. And Coach, you know, you always hate to be this game, the consolation game, but I think for these two teams, both of them coming in 0-2 on the season, for one of these teams, you get to walk away with a positive feeling about yourself as you move forward into the bulk of your schedule.
Yeah, one of the things you want to do this weekend, you want to split. You don't want to go in next week going 0-3 and find and still try to find yourself of who you are and what you're doing. So, yeah, I think this is a very important game for both of these teams. I think if you look at Heritage Christian, depth-wise, they might be able to handle this team, but they're so young. Muncie Burris still has some older kids and a lot more experience than these young kids from Heritage Christian.
Well, let's look at how we got to this spot, the 6 o'clock game on a Saturday afternoon. Danville beat Muncie 87-25 in the first game, and then in the second game it was Northwood over Heritage Christian, and for some reason I've lost the final of that game, but it was about an 18-point game in that one there. How we get to 0-2 for both teams, Muncie Burris loses to Blue River on Tuesday night 53-26, and then of course Danville 87-25, and then Heritage Christian lost to Columbus North 79-45, and then lost to Northwood here just a couple hours ago. Coach, when you talk about high school basketball, probably college basketball, and even in the NBA, when you have a rebuilding program going on like they do at Heritage Christians, as we said in the first game earlier today, 5 points returned for that team. And those 5 points, I have to assume you would know a lot more than I would, but I have to assume those were mop-up points at the end of the game for those 5 points. So really non-factors in last season. When you have a team like that and you're trying to rebuild, it takes a little bit to find out who you are and what you are.
Yeah, I think, going back to my coaching, I know you coach college basketball. I did a coach college basketball. I wasn't good enough to do that.
Me either, probably.
But one of the things that we did as a coaching staff, we knew what was going to happen when we start rebuilding, and you just have to look at key players, and you have to look on the little things that we do. I'm sure that Coach Jackson and his coaching staff this afternoon went back into the locker room and said, okay, how can we be positive to our kids tonight? Because what did they do that was right? And you concentrate on the things that are correct, and hopefully that pays off for you.
Well, unfortunately, us as coaches, sometimes we do some things that are bad. And one of the things we do is, well, I got this group of kids, and by golly, we're going to run the system I've always ran. Well, that may not be the system that's best suited for that team, and so you just kind of have to figure those things out on the fly and go. Muncie Burris has not had a winning program here for several years. Coach Joe Anderson, now in his 6th year, is 28-88. And so they don't have a good feeling about basketball at Muncie Burris. But I got a feeling, looking at this roster, you may get a good feeling in the next couple of years because you got some young kids that are contributing. And so once they get that started, Muncie's always been a very proud town about basketball. You had Muncie Central back in the 70s. I can remember that were really, really good. There's been some good programs in this area. So I look for both of these teams to make a better showing this evening than what they did this morning against two teams that were just, to be quite frank about it, were better than the other teams.
Yeah, one of the things you have to also realize, because you're young, you just look for ways to win. And I think tonight, if you just skate out of here, even with a 1-point win, it's a win. It's something you can put on the bulletin board, something that you can achieve. Because for Heritage Christian, they don't play again until next Saturday. They play Ritter next Saturday. That's an important game for them. So you got to just go check and balances. For Burris, again, 28 and 88, as you said, over the last few years, just the taste of winning is what you want.
Absolutely. We'll take our first break here in the pregame show. You're listening and watching Indiana SRN, where you're always in the game.
In today's fast-moving business world, effectively marketing your company takes hard work, creativity, and the right team. With over 40 years of experience, PIP has been enabling companies large and small to find success in achieving their business objectives. We understand the challenges our clients face. That's why we have a variety of print solutions suited to fit your every need. Whatever your printing request may be, from a quick turnaround on a company brochure for an upcoming trade show, a direct mail piece that needs to be designed, printed, and mailed, to complex marketing projects, PIP is sure to have the right print solution for you. Nothing grabs attention like a well-crafted sign. It can transform virtually any surface into an eye-catching experience, boosting your marketing appeal. From banners, posters, floor graphics, and window decals, to wayfinding and yard signs. We not only help with sign design and getting it installed, we also integrate them into your overall marketing strategy, designed to help you win. PIP also provides best-in-class integrated marketing solutions to help you make the most out of your next campaign. Our approach to marketing ensures that your strategy is seamlessly executed across all media, online and offline, so your business always looks its best. At PIP, we understand it takes a team to achieve business growth, and that's why we're here to help. Get to know PIP and let us make your world a better place.
Welcome back to Ball Gymnasium on the campus of Ball State University. You're listening to the pregame show as we get you set for Heritage Christian basketball here on Indiana SRN, where you're always in the game. Once again, I'm John Brush, and got the Keith Myers, the coach, next to me, going to give us some analysis throughout the game. And, Coach, you know, when you talk about early season games in Indiana high school basketball, I've always said you never knew what to expect, because it can be a game that's really well played, and then you can have a game where they kick it in the bleachers 15 or 20 times, and it's just really ugly basketball. And I'm afraid that there's a possibility of us seeing that tonight, because both teams did not play very well in their opening game today.
Yeah, you're 0-2. I tried to test myself. By Game 5, I wanted everybody to understand where they were supposed to go and what they had to do. I never had this young of a team for Heritage Christian. I've never had that young of a team at all. So you're right. You know, you got to battle that, and you got to see, you got to fill each other out the first 3 or 4 minutes to see what's even going to happen.
Well, exactly right. And I think let's look at Heritage Christian, because that's the team that Indiana SRN follows for the most part. I really think defensively we have to see the effort defensively that we saw in the second half. I thought they played much better defensively, effort-wise. And if we have that effort-wise, I think they walk out of here with a victory.
Well, the one thing that Coach Jackson has done is he's changed his lineup a little bit. He's going a little bit smaller, if you will. He's starting 4 juniors and a sophomore. Today he started a couple freshmen, so that'd be a great kid to watch here is McEnmore. If he lights him up, John, he could be the factor. Jack Belt did a nice job as well this afternoon.
Well, and I think the key off the bench for Heritage Christian is once again going to be 2 players, Miles Colvin and Andrew Wiggins. Both of them came off the bench and got some things done, along with Aiden Thompson, the big kid, 6'8", junior, wears number 33 for Heritage Christian. I thought he did an outstanding job. Matter of fact, led them in scoring off the bench today. They put an extra 2 minutes, 3 minutes up, Jerry, on the scoreboard. Do you want to take one final timeout? Nope. Okay, we'll keep it right here.
Look at Muncie.
Both teams come out of the locker room, and Muncie Burris, on the other hand, Coach, I didn't really see. We'll get to those lineups here in just a few minutes, but I didn't really see Coach Muncie Burris do anything that was, I'd hate to say, positive. And if you look at their record, they're 0-2, and they've scored 51 points on the season. They've scored 25 and 26. That's just not being able to put the orange in the bucket.
Right. You look at their lineup, it's senior dominant. So your coach is looking at trying to get those kids involved. And you're right. They score at one time in the Danville game. They had 14 points, but it took them 7 or 8 or 9 minutes to get to 16. And they didn't end up with many points at all. So you just go back to the drawing board tonight and say, okay, fellas, here's what we got to do.
Well, we went downstairs to get a bite before our game, folks, and it was like 26-14. And when we come back, it was 80-something to 18 or something. And, I mean, he was like, wow, what happened? Well, I can't tell you because I wasn't here, but this is one thing I can tell you. The other team, Danville, scored a whole bunch of points, and Muncie Burris scored very little.
Well, I tell you, too, John, if Danville is not ranked in 3A, then something is wrong because they are a very good basketball team.
And I forgot to look during the timeout break here to see if Danville was ranked, but I have to assume they are. That's a really good, really good basketball team. We're just going to hang loose here just a second to see if they're going to do the national anthem. If not, we'll have your starters. We're just going to have the starting lineup, so we'll start things off with Muncie Burris, if you don't mind. And we'll get those up so the users at home can see those. Starting at one guard, it will be 5'11", a senior, number 4, Bracken Carnes. At the other guard, it will be 5'11", senior, number 12, Javon Dixon. At one forward, it will be 6'4", senior, number 11, Colton Fisher. At the other forward, it will be 6'3", senior, number 24, Jalen Kring. And rounding out the lineup, it'll be 6'4", junior, number 15, Grant Jones. So Carnes, Fisher, Dixon, Jones, and Kring to round out the lineup for Coach Joseph Anderson, who, as we said, come in 0-2 on the season. Now for the Heritage Christian Eagles, coached by Corey Jackson, also 0-2. At one guard, it'll be number 5, a 5'9", junior, Asher Thompson. At the other guard, it will be number 4, a 6'2", junior, John McLemore. At one forward, it'll be 6'3", junior, number 10, Jack Belt. At the other forward, it will be a 6-foot junior, number 12, Alex Belmer. And rounding out the lineup with the change from this morning, it'll be 6'2", sophomore, number 30, Zach Schalmer. And he will get the start instead of Mason Kay, but I have to assume he'll come off the bench fairly quickly for Coach Corey Jackson. So McLemore, Thompson, Belt, Schalmer, and Belmer to start things off for Heritage Christian. That are your two starting lineups for tonight's ball game. And, Coach, real quick, your keys. First of all, for Muncie Burris.
Muncie Burris has to get off to a great start. Both teams have to get off to a good start, but I think more importantly for Muncie Burris, I think they come into this game thinking they can win the game. They got to hit the rebounds, and then they got to block out. For Heritage, 50-50, just like everybody else in the whole entire state of Indiana. 50-50.
How about the world?
Limit turnovers, and then you just got to play with the flow, and you got to play with, you say, the intensity that you had in the second half of the game this morning.
Well, I think a big key for Muncie Burris, and you may have mentioned it, but I may have missed it also, is this. Muncie Burris probably had 25-plus turnovers. They just got to be able to take care of it a little bit, just a little bit, and try to get something done offensively. Carnes, Fisher, Dixon, Jones, and Kring for the Muncie Burris Owls. McLemore, Thompson, Belt, Belmer, and Schalmer for Heritage Christian Eagles. The orange is in the air, and we're started, and it's going to be controlled by the Owls. It'll be number 12, Dixon, to bring things up. He'll get right to the hole, hold it on his hip, get it on the backboard, can't score, but he's going to get a foul by Schalmer, and that's his problem, is he is foul prone. He had 4 in the first game. I guess if you can't run an offense, you just clear out for one of your better players and let him go one-on-one, get to the rim and put it on the backboard, see what happens, and that's what they did there. Nice drive.
And you got to knock down free throws.
By Dixon. He misses that one. And when you have a hard time scoring, you got to take advantage of these free throws, and you got to make them. You're having a hard time putting the orange in the bucket. You got to take the free ones. That one's going to be hard off the back flange. Rebounded that time by Micklemore, and now here comes Heritage Christian. They'll go left to right. They kick it down to Thompson, and he lets go. Asher Thompson. Now a steal. That's the first turnover by Muncie, and now they tip it away, and it'll stay Heritage Christian. You know, Coach, one of the things I complain about more than anything is shooters do not follow their own shot. I can't imagine Thompson shoots over 40%, so why wouldn't you follow your own shot and get that rebound and he'd had a layup if he'd just went and got it.
And anymore, kids don't follow their shot anymore.
No, they don't, absolutely. Chalmer to the bucket. He'll go up, got the pumpkin to fall, and he'll score. That'll give him 2, and now he'll go to the line, try to earn the three-point play the old-fashioned way.
Grant Jones on the foul, his first.
And he makes it. That gives him 3, and quickly there's a timeout on the floor. We'll keep it here. As that one come out of nowhere. And now what the coach for Muncie, Burris, is having a little bit of a fit in the huddle. He's trying to explain some things about cutting off the inside and different things you can tell by his motion. Not very happy with the last defensive possession.
First quarter brought to you by our good friends at Piper Logistics, a complete logistics solution for both U.S. and international business. 317-396-3916. Piper Logistics.
Pre-game show was brought to you by College Hunks and Movers. Forgot to get that in. Well, I tell you, this is a rough road with JB on the mic for the first time in 3 years and a half, about 3.5 years, trying to get back in the saddle. Here comes number 12, Dixon again. He gives it now to Carnes. Pressure coming. Kring with it out top. He gives it to Jones. Jones inside, spins around, tries to get it back inside, and it's tipped away, and now we got a scrum, and they're going to call a foul on Jalen Kring. That'll be his first, team's second. That one was getting ready to get into a fast break, Coach, so that's probably not a bad foul.
And, you know, the intensity we talked about is there for Heritage Christian.
Yes, it is. There you are up on the ball. Here comes Micklemore. Over to Belt on the right side. Belt trying to do something with it. They throw it down in the corner. Now cutter to the basket. It's Thompson. He'll kick it back out to Chalmer. Now Belt, long three-pointer off the back flange, no good. This kicked into a fast break, and here comes number 4, Carnes. He goes up with a wild shot, can't make it, and now Heritage Christian off to the races. Kick out to Belt. Now over to number 12, that being Balmer. He misses. Putback misses. Belt battles for it, can't come up with it, and Muncie Burris will clear.
Boy, there is a ceiling on the rim.
Yep, both 2 of those were down and in and came out. Oh, back out. That's going to be long. Oh, off number 15 as it got loose. Grant Jones, and goes out of basket. It'll be Heritage Christian. Either team finding it easy to score right away, Coach.
No, it could be a long night.
This could resemble a score of when you played. Now they kick it over outside the three-point line. A little penetration, kick to the other side. Now Belt from down in the corner, 3 ball, no good. Chalmer hard after it and comes up. Now we have a tug of war. It's going to be a jump ball, and it should go to Heritage Christian, and it does. When you played, Coach, were you the guy that had to climb the ladder to get the ball out of the basket?
I did.
Wow.
And, you know, those wooden ladders were not real steady.
Yeah, I fell off one about 25 years ago. I didn't much care for it. Here comes Chalmer. Micklemore. Thompson. They play pitch and catch on the outside. Belt will now get involved. Here comes Thompson's long 3-ball off the back flange, no good. Nobody can get to it but Muncie Burris, and here they come with 5:16 to go here in the first quarter. Now he's trapped on the sideline. Backs him down, straight up, can't finish. Belt with a rebound. Nice job by Belt.
Well, they're going to let him play underneath.
They are. Here comes, oh my, number 4 for Heritage Christian. Mecklemore misses a point blank, tips it around long enough that Thompson can get a hold of it. Mecklemore with a long 3. It hits off the back flange, jumps straight up in the air, and comes down.
That's a pure shooter there for you, buddy.
Well, that's living clean, Coach, living clean. 3 for him. Makes it 6-0. That's got to be I was going to say, surely they're not going to let that go.
Macklemore on the foul.
Mecklemore on the foul. That'll be his first. Team's second, so both teams with a pair.
Here's a Macklemore shot. Hits the top of the rim, back of the rim, and straight in.
Straight up, straight down.
You know, that's where it's tough to get from the ladder, though, because now you got to get the ball out of the
rafter.
hoop. Man.
Wasn't many fast breaks back when you played, Coach.
None. I think they called it travel.
Burris knocks it in. And you look over at the, nice play there on a nice cut by number 11, Colton Fisher, for 2. He cut from the high post down towards the low post, and they hit him, and he made a little teardrop shot. Muncie Burris on the board, 6-2. When you look over at the bench at Heritage Christian, you would think that offensively they would be pretty good. They got one of the best offensive players I ever saw playing, John Sherman Williams, sitting over on the end of the bench. 31, Colvin into the game, and also the kid I really like and I think is going to be really good, and that's Andrew Wiggins. Just took that shot from the elbow. I think he's got a potential to be a pretty good player. Nice job by Thompson. He steals it, goes up, can't make. Colvin with a rebound, goes back up twice, and finally pays off. Nice job by number 12, Javon Dixon, to challenge the first shot. Now he's going to get a spot up 3 from the left corner. No good. Rebound, Muncie Burris, and now they're going to get Wiggins on the foul. As nice job there by the big fella, Kring.
Here's the first shot. That's not enough. That's just strength, and then got it up on top of the cup.
Yep. Kring now will set the free throw shots, 2 of them. First one is good.
Congratulations to Evansville Memorial. They won the 4A state championship football, 21-3 over East Noble.
I figured that would be a complete blowout, and it wasn't. Shows you what I know. That one's going to be off the back flange. Wiggins with a rebound, and here he comes. I'd like to see him with the ball a little more. Back out to Colvin. Colvin's little elbow jumper, no good. People got to get to the backboard, though. And here comes Muncie Burris. Gets a little screen from Kring. Now back out to the top to Dennis Vo. Carnes having trouble with it. He just picks it up and says, heck, I'll shoot it. Now Vo with a rebound. He traveled. I quit keeping turnovers, but that's got to be 3 or 4 on them already. I got them for 1. I know that's not right.
A little bit of pressure there.
Well, he thought about shooting it, and there was somebody in his ear, and then he decided not to shoot it, and it was too late. He'd already committed, and then he had to travel. That's a kick out of bounds by Muncie Burris. How much time? 2:41 on the clock. Oh. Colvin. Wiggins intercepted the pass that was supposed to go to Thompson. They almost turned it over. Now you got to get rid of it, and he does. Gives it to Riggle. Riggle. Now to Wiggins. Colvin. Oh. Wow. I just don't understand that call. That's the referee ball watching him move the ball instead of his feet. Is he no more traveled to man the moon? Vo with the basketball. He has a pocket picked right away by number 5, that being Asher Thompson.
How about that scrum? There's the aggressiveness that you want.
That's right.
Day after day after day.
Jump ball, now to go back to Muncie Burris. The only thing I don't want is being on the bottom of that scrum when Wiggins jumps on the top of it. Mason K. Did he play football at Heritage Christian?
Who's that?
Wiggins?
No, he did not.
Oh, my. I think I might have to run blast play for him, just let him run it. Inside, nice little left-handed floater by Carnes, doesn't go, and here comes Colvin. Gives it to Thompson, now to Kay at the top. Down inside, nice look. Oh, you got to turn around and be strong. They get it to Riggle, and he doesn't reverse pivot and go up strong. Instead, he tries something over the top of his head and doesn't get it, but he's fouled. And that's going to be on Colton Fisher, and that's going to be the team's third. First one is good by Riggle. Going to check in for Heritage Christian will be number 12, Alex Belmer, and out will go Alex Thompson, and I thought he played really well in this early stages here.
Mm-hmm.
And Riggle makes the second. Heritage Christian able to get some things done because they're not getting as much ball pressure from Muncie Burris as what Northwood did. They brought extreme ball pressure. Nice play by that's got to be a goaltending.
Missed
Wasn't. Here comes Riggle down on the left side. Back to Balmer. Now to Wiggins. To Colvin. They said man-to-man is Muncie Burris. Down in the corner, that's going to be number 34, Mason Kay, and he knocks down a little left-hander. That's why I think they need to play 32 inside, coach, and move him outside. He can shoot it a little bit and just not quite strong enough inside.
If you're at home, that would be a 4 position.
Yes. Now nice split and take it to the basket by Grant Jones. This kid can play.
Yes, he
Jones.
can.
Very aggressive, and we really like what I'm seeing. Kay. Set it. Now they switch and get Wiggins inside, and that's where he needs to be. Colvin looks to get to the front of the rim and does. Leaves it short, and it's rebounded by Carter Fisher. And here comes Muncie Burris. There's the pressure.
I tell you what, the intensity level that Heritage is playing this quarter has been exceptional.
Absolutely. They're going to get number 15, Grant Jones, on a charge.
That's the old flop.
Well, I don't think he flopped. I think he ran into him, but I think that's a play on, Coach. I just don't think there was enough there either way. Whether Grant, it didn't really impede him, and I don't think the defender was going to stop him anyway. It's kind of a play on. A lot of coaches would say, well, it's got to be one or the other. Well, sometimes kids just fall down. Colvin with a long three at the horn. And, Coach, one of the things they're going to have to get better is clock awareness. We'll take a break here. 13-5, Heritage Christian over the host, Muncie Burris Owls. You're watching and listening to Indiana High School Basketball on Indiana SRN, where you're always in the game.
Hello, my name is Sean Kroll, and I've been a part of the Indiana SRN family for the last 9 years. Last year, we streamed a record 326 sporting events around Central Indiana. All the other guys broadcast basketball and football, but we at Indiana SRN also air volleyball, softball, baseball, and even golf. But we need your help. To continue our mission, please help us by contacting Coach at indianasrn.org. Indiana SRN, where you're always in the game.
Welcome back to Ball State and Ball Gymnasium. The Bud Brown Classic. Heritage Christian leads this one 13-5. And our producer, Jerry Collins, asked me to do this, but it's a great day to be an Indiana Hoosier fan as the Hoosiers beat Purdue in overtime.
You had to do that?
I had to do it.
I mean, everything that we went through production meeting this afternoon, you had to pick that one out? Man.
I've been saving that for 8 minutes, Coach. I waited that long.
I'm walking home.
Heritage Christian, once again, left to right on your radio or on your iPhone. If you're watching, you can see it. Long pass. Long pass. Too far of a pass that time, Coach, from Micklemore trying to get it down to Asher Thompson.
Second quarter brought to you by Burtner Electric. No project's too small. Call us for service today. That's right, today, 317-773-7663.
Actually, that was trying to get to Bryce Riggle. Jump shot from the corner, going to be short. He follows his shot.
How about
Look what
that?
happens. Gets a rebound, drops it off to number 20, Darren Cobb, and he gets two. Good things happen to those who follow your shot. Now here comes the pressure from Heritage Christian, and I really like this trapping half-court trap. There's a pick by Belmer. He'll get it to Micklemore. He'll try to get to the cup. Can't. Belmer almost traveled. Riggle. The trap now by Muncie Burris comes out of the 2-3 zone. No, it's a 3-2 zone. Oh, no, what a play that time by Cobb as he slices and dices, gets to the rim for the bucket to make it 17-5. Both teams coming out of that timeout or out of that quarter break, Coach, with a little half-court trap. Heritage Christian out of a man-to-man and Muncie Burris out of a 3-2 zone.
Let's watch this replay here, John. Look at this. He takes the shot, went long. Here's exactly what we talked about. Follow your shot. Then he looks. That's a nice pass.
That's really
that's unselfishness.
That's keeping your head up and being aware of what's going on around you. It's an excellent job that time. You know,
Heritage Christian has been very successful this fall. Their football team did a great job, but the girls did a great job winning the state championship in 2A. Congratulations to the Lady Eagles. And there's a lot of them watching today live. At least 5 or 6 of them are here in the stands today.
Well, anytime you can win a state championship in the state of Indiana, it's something special. And I do believe that is their first state championship for volleyball. Is that correct?
That's correct.
So, just an outstanding job by them. And my nephew by marriage, my niece's husband, Mike, on that staff. So, and he was telling me they're going to be pretty good next year.
Yes, sir.
So don't be surprised if you don't see a repeat. Burris gets it in against the full court man-to-man press, and here they come. Number 4 should have took one more dribble, but I think he was worried about somebody setting up for a charge, and he wanted to get rid of it. He could have got all the way to the rim. Riggle over in the left corner now to Micklemore.
Oh,
Chalmers,
yes.
down to Kay. Good ball movement. Rebound and good.
I tell you what.
Much better, Darren Cobb, much better offensive movement in this ball game by the Heritage Christian Eagles, and that makes it 19-5.
You think they watched the game during the 2.5, 3 hour break they had?
I don't think so, Coach. I just think they just got swamped in that first game. The pressure from Northwood is comparable to what they're now doing to Muncie Burris. That may be what they learned the most. Number 25 takes it all the way down. Rebounded now by Kowalski. He gets the rebound. He's going to be fouled. It's going to be ball out of bounds. Ian Kowalski.
Look at this play.
6'5" junior.
I mean, this is a nice shot. He follows it, but look at his buddy right underneath the basket. Got it up on the cup. Good job.
I think the shot was originally blocked. That's going to be a foul on Cobb as he got a little aggressive right there. It's going to be his first and will be the team's 5th. Both teams getting in a little bit of foul trouble here. Number 30, Chalmers back in the lineup for Micklemore. Oh, you got him. Oh, my. Had him if he could have got it.
Had him trapped.
had him looked up. He had him pinned on his back. He was going to score easily. That's a double dribble. The pressure too much for Muncie Burris right now. They just can't handle it. When you do not have guards, Coach, it is tough to get in your offense. I'll just tell you that.
So now what you do, maybe pound it inside here?
Well, I think just continue the ball movement. I like the outside shots. They're going to have to be able to shoot it from the outside at some point in time this year, so you got to keep shooting it. Nice attempt to get a rebound by Kay. That's the most aggressive I've seen him today. He played really soft in the first game, and in this game he's been very aggressive, and that's what he has to be for Heritage Christian. Here comes Muncie Burris to kick ahead. Shot by number 13. Stevenson comes up short. Now here comes, oh, that's a travel. They got it to Belt, and Belt couldn't figure out if he was right-footed or left-footed and traveled. He just said, move them both.
See if they catch me.
See, yeah. There's a good chance they won't. They get it in. Full court, man-to-man still. Kay even pressuring the ball up the court. That's nice. They tried to kick it down in the corner. They couldn't get to it. Good Heritage Christian now back in the lineup is Grant Jones. They kick it out to number 4. That's going to be short. Carnes short on the bucket. I think they got to get it to Grant Jones. Kick ahead to Kay, an easy layup. That gives him 5 in the ball game.
And he's
22-5.
He's running the floor really well for a big man.
Coach, as I said, he played very, very soft, very unattentive in the first game, and I think he's playing very attentive and very strong in this game. Now he has a hard time defending. They're going to get Schalmer on the block. Or no, I'm sorry, Jack Belt on the block. That's a good call.
Look at how they run the floor, fill the spaces, and just hit the open man.
You have to, if defensively by Muncie Burris, that's a breakdown. You got to communicate. You got to know where everybody's at. Somebody's got to take the ball. Somebody's got to take the shooter, but you darn sure don't want to leave the front of the rim wide open.
Jones hit
Grant
the first
Jones
free
knocked that one down. That gives him 3 in the ball game. I really like this kid. I think he can hurt you. Oh, that's going to be early in, and they're going to let it go. 22-7. 5:10 to go here in the second period.
Jones does not look 6'4" from up here.
The blonde hair. Schalmer to the bucket, and good. Nobody cuts him off, and he just gets all the way to the bucket. That gives him 5 of the 24. 24-7 now your score. 4:52 to go. Grant Jones, pull-up jumper, no good. Cobb with a rebound. And all of a sudden the pole got in my way.
Number 12 tripped Dixon.
Oh. Number 12 for Muncie Burris, that being Javon Dixon. Looked like he tripped number 33, Aiden Thompson, because we had a long, tall fella sprawled out on the floor. Man, he's long. How'd you like to buy his britches, Coach?
No, thank you.
Schalmer, tough to the basket. That's where Aiden's got to get better. He's just got to automatically go put his head on the rim there. Nice move that time by Balmer. Can't get there. Knocked out of bounds by Cobb, and it'll go back to Muncie Burris. When that guy went defensively or went offensively to the back to the basket, he's got to go put his head on the rim and make a layup instead of standing at the free throw line. He does you no good at the free throw line. Now the Muncie Burris going to slow things down as Javon Dixon holds on his. They're now in a 2-1-2 trapping defense is Heritage Christian, and that works out wonderful as it gets a turnover, and here comes Schalmer. Kick over to Cobb. Now it gets back in the middle. Belmer to Cobb. Trying to get the big fella involved. All you got to do is throw it to the front of the rim. He'll go get it. There they get it inside to Cobb. Cobb looks to go back door, and he does. Nice job up and under by Darren Cobb, and he's having a night. He's got 9 already. He missed number 25. That being Carter Fisher was wide open, but they didn't get it to him till late. Now kick, 13 from the corner. No good. Nice effort by Bryce Carnes, but he couldn't retrieve it. It's number 13, Josh Stevenson. Shot it from the left corner and come up short.
Muncie Burris has only scored 2 points in this quarter, so they've gone 5 minutes with only scoring 2 points.
3:13 to go here in the second period.
Oh, they're going to call an offensive foul.
For what?
An illegal screen.
Well, they got Cobb. That'll be his second. I didn't see it, Coach. I'll take your word for it. Uh-oh, it's going to be a one-on-one. Player control, boys. It's not a one-on-one. Hey, you know what? It's only the second or third game for the guys in the stripes, too. We got to give them a little bit of a break, but not much. They don't deserve it.
Man, oh man. You're rare form today.
Uh-oh. And that's got to be a travel, and Dixon caught it and then stumbled.
You know, you're not going to be on many officials' Christmas card list.
Don't want to be.
Okay. Thanks, John.
Belmer. Into the big fella. And they're going to get a hold early on number 12. I think Javon. Oh, are you going to tell me they're going to call offensive push? Wow. Aiden Thompson. Huh. Dixon will bring it up for Muncie Burris. They trail this one 26-7. They get it to Jones. Now down inside to Fisher. Back to Jones. He'll look to step in 14 feet. That one's good. As soon as he left it his hand, I knew it was going to be good. It had the right angle on it. And that's going to make it 26-9. Coach, they're a threat that they may not break 25 points this game. 2:21 to go. Schalmer. Now it's to Belmer. Schalmer steps inside, gets all the way to the cup and scores.
That's what you want for him.
That's exactly what you want from him. Oh, nice. Nice steal by Darren Cobb. Very athletic. Could be a great wide receiver for Heritage Christian, too, if he plays. Got good length. Jumps well. Belmer. Maybe I should help their football program because they're missing some kids. Down inside. That time he doesn't push off, but he does what all big men want to do.
Put the ball on the floor.
Dribble and let all the midgets take it from him. Wow. That is probably more irritating than you know.
He wants to be a point guard.
Here comes. He's not going to make her in the NBA, bud. Muncie Burris almost stole by Cobb. 13 shoots it. Stevenson can't make it. It's rebounded and put back in by Fisher. That gives him 4. Belmer now to Belt. They try to get it to Aiden Thompson. It's going to be out of bounds on Muncie Burris.
Maybe a lob pass there might have been a little bit better.
Right. Bounce pass, puts it down there where all them short people can get a hold of it again. When you got a guy that long, you just put it up in the air. He's the only one that can get to it. Cobb, who's played very, very well in this first half. Johnson in the ball game, number 11, Noah Johnson. Johnson thought about the three, now gets it down on the short corner to Belt. Now everybody's in a scramble in the 3-2 zone. Skip pass. Johnson's shot is short. Noah Johnson's shot is short. And Burris now will have it with 31 to go. I don't think that's really what Coach wanted for Heritage Christian. Grant Jones trying to work inside. He gets it. He's going to spin. Now he's stuck, and now they're down to 16 to go. I think I get number 15 and just clear out. They kick. Long three, no good. Kick ball out of bounds by Muncie Burris. Noah Johnson with a rebound. Josh Stevenson must be a good shooter for them because he keeps shooting it, but Coach, he ain't coming close. Chalmer down to Johnson, three-pointer, long off the back iron, and that'll end the half, 28-11. Heritage Christian on top of Muncie Burris. We'll take a short timeout. When we come back, we'll have statistics and analysis from the coach, Keith Myers. You're watching and listening to Indiana High School Basketball on Indiana SRN, when you're always in the game.
Life comes at you fast, so it's important to have some help along the way.
Ah, my favorite patient. Ah, my favorite patient.
When the dust settles, it doesn't always end as anticipated. Embrace the journey and care for the ones around you.
My favorite patient.
For everything else and every stage in between,
My favorite patient.
Methodist Sports Medicine is here for you.
Your home and office make up a big part of your world. Sometimes trying to manage it all on your own can make you feel like you have the weight of the world on your shoulders. And when the weight of the world is on your shoulders, you need a strong back or two to come to your rescue and haul your stress away. You need the College Hunks. Whether it's time to clear some space for new memories, to reinvent the room around you, or to simply pack up and move into a fresh new beginning, you can count on the Hunks to bear your burden so you don't have to. Let us move you today.
We're sitting there going over it with her, and
in athletics, we embrace the school's mission to glorify God, pursue excellence, and disciple students. This mission is at the core of who we are, driving our students and coaches to pursue athletics in a distinctive way that brings honor to Jesus Christ. Athletics teaches students about the value of competition, about teamwork and goal setting, about respect and hard work. The privilege of interscholastic athletic participation can be one of the most rewarding experiences in a student's life. The responsibility associated with this privilege can help the student athlete maintain proper perspective and serve as a reminder of what is truly important in life. We win through sports if we develop competitive and successful athletic teams and individuals. We win through life if we glorify God to be the best that we can be. As we build on our statewide reputation of athletic excellence that emphasizes sportsmanship and outreach, I look forward to seeing how God will continue to use Heritage Christian Athletics to impact our community.
The greatest thing ever said about mankind was that we were made in God's image.
The best thing for me about Heritage is that you form such close relationships with teachers and other students. It's just amazing for me to be walking down the hallway and to run into one of my old elementary school teachers, and they still remember my name. They'll come up and give me a big hug and be like, Rachel, oh, how are you doing? Like, tell me about your life.
That's right. That's right. Come see what love has done. Amazing. He bought us with his blood. Our Savior. The cross is overcome. We worship you. All right, we gotta shout. We shout. We shout. Hosanna.
We are integrating a biblical worldview into everything that we do here. Every class that we have, every relationship that's here on campus, every athletic activity, team, club, fine arts. That's part of the value proposition of discipleship here at Heritage. And how our faculty and staff speak into and pour into our student lives is so important. And you see that in so many ways. You see it obviously in the classroom, but you also see it with teachers who lead clubs, who are talking and tutoring with students after school, who really care about what's going on in our students' lives, and they're there to make a difference.
I am Heritage.
Heritage Christian.
I am Heritage. I am Heritage.
Every hurt and every sting, he has walked the suffering, he knows.
Parents, do you like free food? Hike it on over to Prodigy Burger and Bar, where Monday is family night and kids eat free. Every day you can find daily specials featuring craft burgers, tacos, wings, and more. Prodigy is now playing the NFL Sunday Ticket on more than 25 TVs, so you won't miss a second of your favorite teams. Prodigy also caters, hosts private events, as well as dine and donates. Celebrate your school spirit with us at Prodigy Burger and Bar. More than just burgers, located in Clay Terrace in Carmel.
Our family has been very happy working with Wallflower Pictures,
because they make sure that I get the acting skills that I need in this industry and the education that I need.
Wallflower Pictures supports UV's journey in the industry. They're very passionate about his growth, and they're very professional and attentive to our needs.
And I truly believe in the projects I've worked on, like For the Boys and The Walk.
We love working with Wallflower Pictures.
Welcome back to Ball State University, Ball Coliseum, or Gymnasium, whatever they want to call it, and the Classic, Bud Brown Classic here, held by Muncie Burris. This is where Muncie Burris plays all their home games. And as we said earlier, I'm in amazement. At one time, they played college basketball in this. And if you look at the front of it, for those of you who are college basketball connoisseurs, it looks like the Cameron Indoor Stadium down at Duke. The front of it looks like an actual building of some sort, and then all of a sudden you get in the middle of it and there's a gymnasium. But right now, the Muncie Burris Owls on the short end of a 28-11 score, led by Heritage Christian. Let's look at some halftime stats. First of all, for Muncie Burris, it looks like Caleb Fisher has 4. And Grant Jones has 6 for them to round out their scoring. And then for Heritage Christian, they're scoring a little more balanced in this ball game than what it was earlier. You have Riggle with 2 free throws for 2. John McLemore with a 3-pointer for 3. Then you drop all the way down, and you got Alex Balmer has 2. And then Darren Cobb off the bench had a big first half. He ends up with 9. And, no, actually, he ends up with 2, 4, 6, 8. 14. Cobb ends up with.
No, he's got 9. He has 2, 4. Sorry, I skipped a line.
Okay. We'll scribble that out.
There you go.
Coach made a mistake and got me all messed up.
Well,
so
Purdue lost, so I'm a little
Chalmer
upset.
has 4. And then Colvin has 2 off the bench, and Mason Kay has 2. Also playing in that first half was Thompson, Wiggins,
and Belt.
Thompson and Micklemore and Belt also saw action for Heritage Christian. And Coach, you can have those back. So we get ready for the second half here. Any quick thoughts, Coach, on what we might see here?
Well, first of all, I want to thank Giacomo's Pizza for spending halftime with us. Family-owned and upper crust pizza. It's delicious. 3 locations in Indianapolis, 317-986-4545. If you're Heritage Christian, intensity, the same intensity level, please. And you come out with a win here, I think, with the intensity that they played. Much, much better this first half than they did all of last game.
Absolutely. And, Coach, you got to treat me to a Giacomo's Pizza sometime. Sounds awful good.
They're delicious.
I am a
Come over to Indianapolis. Maybe we'll take care of you.
I'm a pizza connoisseur. Burris now will go left to right as they get it to Kring. And they're really quick off the timeout. They're going to get Asher Thompson on a foul. It's going to be his first, team's first in the second half. They get it into Jones. Long three-pointer by number 4. And Carnes. Jones comes down with a rebound. They get him with an offensive foul. And so that'll wipe the basket away. The shot by Carnes went way down in there, Coach, and come out.
Yes. Looks like Jones picked up his 3rd foul. 2 offensive fouls today.
That's not good. I think he's their best offensive player. Here comes a little trapping press. They finally break it. Belmer now gets it to Micklemore. To the top. 3 ball knocked down by Jack Belt. Gives him 3 in the ball game, and it's 31-11. If you're going to press and trap, you got to be able to rotate, and they didn't rotate to him very well that time, and he got off a wide open 3. Kring, the big fella with the basketball, gets it down to Fisher. And he spins and spins and spins and spins out of bounds.
Here's the 3-point basket. Nice look.
He just stared down, just a stare down 3, which you don't like to see. You gotta have a hand up, and the reason you gotta have a hand up is you gotta let him know that he knows that you know he's a shooter. Oh, that was a travel. They let it get by, which I'm all right with that. Breaking Carnes. Looks to do something. He's going to try to get to the rim. Can't. Loses it out of bounds. Nobody touched it but him, and he is not happy. Thinks he got fouled, and I would be in agreement.
And I think they're going to give him the ball because they felt like he got fouled too.
Probably. Kring with the basketball. Down inside now to number 12, that being Javon Dixon. He can't make it, can't get a shot off, gives it to Colton Fisher, and he tries to get to the rim and is fouled, and this time he'll shoot a pair. Would like to thank you and Jerry Keith for having me up today. It's been an enjoyable day to be back with Indiana SRN.
You're always welcome. He knocked down the first one.
He sure did. Sitting there watching him, didn't say a word. Knocks down the first one. And the second one's good. That'll give him 6 for the day. We're going to get a substitution.
Both coaches have played a lot of kids.
Well, when you're 0-2, you're still trying to figure out who you are and what you are, and so you got to play a lot of kids because you don't know what kids can help you in certain situations. Here comes Heritage Christian. Thompson cuts through, can't get anything there. This is how you beat this man-to-man trapping type of defenses. You got to run cutters through, and that's what Thompson's doing doing really well. Belt scores again. I think he could eat up a defense like this, but nice job by Asher Thompson cutting through, making people defend him. It's kicked out of bounds that time by Schalmer. And one thing about Zach Schalmer coaches, he's played much better this afternoon than he did earlier today.
He seems like he understands what he's supposed to do.
That's
a
right.
little bit of his role tonight.
Absolutely, I would agree. Tipped away by Schalmer. He's a really good defensive player. They get it into Kring. He tries to do something positive but gives it up. That one's going to be blocked by Schalmer. It's going to be out of bounds. Nice help side defense. He came to the ball in a hurry to help.
You know, that's one thing they didn't do against Danville was to help side defense, and we got a timeout.
Muncie Burris is going to take a timeout, and we are too. 33-13 your score. Heritage Christian on top. You're watching high school basketball on Indiana SRN when you're always in the game.
Piper Group Warehouse has a strong commitment to their clients as their logistics provider. If you would like to discover how you can improve your service levels while lowering your overall cost, Piper Logistics Group can help. Call Greg Piper today at 317-396-3916. Piper Logistics Group.
I want to thank PC Pros for sponsoring this third quarter. PC Pros, website design, internet marketing. Call Derek at 765-273-3401. They're the official web developer of Indiana SRN.
Look at the camera, Coach.
There you go.
Well, I can't. I'm not very good at this selfie stuff, but we're going to stick our finger in there and do it.
There you go. Nice shot.
Great to be back in the saddle again, and I guess the seat belt is big enough. They'll get it inside, can't do anything with it. That's where they've got to get the basketball, and that's going to be, whoa. Thought that was off Muncie Burris, but they call it off Micklemore's foot.
McElmore had no idea where the ball was.
No, I don't think the kid from Muncie Burris did either, to be honest with you. Number 25, Carter Fisher will trigger for them and gets it all the way in to Bracken Carnes.
Oh, nice.
Now dead, you hear him yelling as he picks it up. Now it's almost stolen by Belt, and that's where Schalmer has to be patient, Coach, right there. That's a silly foul that late in the game against a team where the game is close, that could make a difference, you know, him not being in the lineup because of there was no reason to foul right there.
Yeah, he's picked up 2 of those fouls that if he backs off, he's not going to call those. Go to get those foul calls.
Right, he's got 3 in the ball game.
Sophomore will learn, I guarantee you.
Carter Fisher, absolutely. Colton Fisher, the brother team, playing pass and catch.
Oh.
And now there's another one by Belt, and there's no reason to foul right there. Now, here's why you're not seeing Coach get real excited.
They're playing aggressive.
They're playing aggressive, and they got a big lead. It's not going to matter too much, but you got to, and there's another hand check. Anytime you put 2 hands on somebody, and Micklemore did that, put 2 hands on a guy, and now all of a sudden you got 4 team fouls, or 5 team fouls, and holy mackerel, you're in a problem. They're going to take Micklemore out, and it looks like he caught a flying elbow as he went by him. I think he's okay. Oh, my. Muncie Burris having a hard time handling this pressure. Riggle with a rebound and a punch in the mouth, but he'll just get up and go on. Balmer. Now to Thompson. I really like this young man. Colvin in the game. Darren Cobb. Thompson can't get it to go. Cobb with a rebound. Now they get it over to Belt. Belt to Thompson, thought about it. Now here comes Darren Cobb. Can't get it to fall, but a nice move by that young man to try to get to the rim. Boy, right now Muncie Burris couldn't throw it in the ocean if they were standing on the pier. Here comes Thompson. Now to Cobb. It's tipped away, and Muncie Burris comes up. That's just a careless pass by Cobb. Carnes with the basketball. Gets it over to Bryce Carnes. You got the Carnes brothers and the Fisher brothers, and they like to play pass and catch between the two of them.
Jack Belt gets called for the foul.
Belt with a foul. That's going to be his third. Now Heritage Christian got themselves in a little bit of foul trouble here. 3:38 to go. Either one of those two pick up another foul, and it's could be problems. Carnes looking for the foul. There was none. Nice job that time by number 31, that being Miles Colvin. This young man can play too. Oh my. They're going to call the foul, which there was a foul. But coach, the foul is not on 12. The foul was on the kid that reached in and held him. That's my problem with the whole ordeal, is that I don't mind the call, but get it right. 25 knocks that one down, that being Carter Fisher. Charged the wrong player with a foul. He makes the second. Enough about the officials. If you'd like to be an official and have some crazy announcer complain about you all the time, make sure you call the IHSAA office and talk to who?
Sandra Walters.
Sandra Walters, and she'll help get you tuned in. That's going to be a 3-ball by Bryce Riggle. Nice one from the left corner. In all honesty, folks, the IHSAA and all sports need officials. We need young people to step up and do it. Riggle going to take the charge. Let's see what they call here.
They're going to count the basket, going to call a block.
Well, they're going to call the block. It's going to be a foul on Riggle. So number 4, that being Bracken Carnes, gets the bucket, and he will go earn the three-point play the old-fashioned way, the Smith-Barney way.
Here's the 3 in the corner.
It's teed up perfect.
Nice ball movement, too.
Had his feet set and was ready to shoot the basketball, and they had outstanding ball movement. You're right. Oh, my. Wiggins high above everybody else to get that one. Colvin turns it over. Here comes Muncie Burris. He can't touch the ball. I don't know what that's all about. And that foul's going to be on Riggle. It's going to be his first. Who'd they call it on? I don't think they know. They've got Belmer up on the board, and I don't think that's on him. I think it's on Riggle. Number 4, that'd be Carnes again to the line, and he misses it. And Wiggins, that's almost an instant replay. He went high above everybody else to get it. Now Thompson will try to calm things down. He'll dribble, spin back to the middle, get it to Wiggins. Now down in the corner. They skip it to Colvin. He can't hang on to it. Here comes Carnes. That's going to be a travel. And Schalmer now going to step back in, and number 20, Darren Cobb, going to go have a seat. I thought it might be. No. Okay. Colvin will have a seat. Made 2 turnovers in a row. Coach says, I've seen enough of that. Here comes Thompson.
Oh, you got to give up the ball.
He's going to. Had to be somebody wide open. He had 3 of them on him. Wiggins. Kick to Thompson. Mid-range. Now he tries to throw it across the baseline. Kicked out of bounds by Bracken Carnes.
Slow quarter here.
1:49 to go in the third. Not a dead ball time in this corner. They get it inside. Goes up and scores. Nice play as they screen to screener. And there's a timeout. We'll take 1-2. 40-11 your score. Indiana SRN, where you're always in the game.
There's no greater anti-poverty measure than to give a person a job. That helps them start to change that trajectory.
Morales Group is a full-service staffing company that provides temporary labor in the Indianapolis, Central Indiana market.
It was a challenge that was given by my father. He wanted me to give back much more than I had been. Then I realized that when he said more, he wanted me to see how I could give more. And it wasn't just in money, but in time and in services. And that's how the Morales Group was created.
I started off at Morales Group as an intern. I interned for 3 years before going on full-time staff here. What I love most about Morales Group is that big family aspect. I come from a big family in Mexico, and since the company is continuously growing, I feel like there's always a new member of the family that I get to know.
We're willing to give. We're willing to serve others, and we're not expecting something in return.
Come talk to us. We would love to work with you.
Muncie Burris with a missed three leads into a little bit of a fast break. Cobb to the basket and one. Got it.
Wow.
He has really played well this afternoon as he catches it on the wing. Guy flies at him. He blows by. The next guy bumps him, and he's still strong enough to get it on the rim and score.
I have 13 unofficial for him.
That's what I got him for, Coach. Cobb, a couple dribbles, and a missed free throw.
6'2" junior.
2 more this year and next year.
Got a jump
ball.
The intensity level, the 50-50 balls, the open man, and following their shots. They're doing a really good job completing this game with the lead at 42-17.
Right, I agree. They will come up against the press, up the sideline, back to the middle. Now skip it ahead to Schalmer. Schalmer's three ball looked really good, just a little short. Going to be tipped out of bounds by Kay, and it'll be Muncie Burris basketball. Kay with the that's not Kay, I'm sorry. Krieg with the basketball, throws it behind. That's what happens when you got the big fella handling the rock in a fast break situation. Usually ends in a turnover. That's one of those where he kicked it in the bleachers. They get it in the middle, which is where you got to get it against the press. Now he'll give it to Cobb. Cobb now sees the hole, kicks. Wiggins, corner, no good. Krieg with the basketball, he missed it all. Down to 41 seconds to go here in the third. Muncie Burris pushes forward.
Next Saturday, Heritage Christian will play Indianapolis Ritter. We'll have that game on Indiana SRN. It will be a webcast game for you.
Nice block out. Black out by Schalmer, and they're going to get number 10 for Muncie Burris, Bryce Carnes on the foul. Cobb back to Wiggins. Jump pass to Schalmer. Schalmer in the middle. He's going to have a little teardrop. Can't get it to go. Tips it again. That one's going to be out of bounds off of Kay. I'd like to see him slow it down just a little bit, Coach, and run some offense and work on that part of the game a little bit.
Tuesday.
Got a 42-11 score here.
Sorry about that. Tuesday, Muncie Burris goes to Frankton. Hey, next Saturday, don't forget, we have wrestling for you. A 5-way at Cathedral starting at 2 o'clock right here on Indiana SRN.
Carnes with the miss. Kay with a long toss, nowhere close to being in the gym even. And we'll go to the final stanza, 42-11. You're listening to and watching Indiana SRN's coverage of high school basketball, where you're always in the game.
Burtner Electric Incorporated has been proudly serving our residential and commercial customers with quality electrical repair for over 33 years. We are fully licensed and insured in electrical wiring and electrician service packages. You'll receive a competitive assessment whether you're a homeowner or a business owner, first-time or long-time customer. We offer free estimates for any new project. Call our licensed and experienced electricians today.
Welcome back to Ball State University Ball Gymnasium and the Bud Brown Classic. Never miss an upcoming game on YouTube. Just subscribe to YouTube and you can watch this game 6 months from now, 12 months from now.
Or 30 minutes after the game.
Or 30 minutes after the game. And I can tell you that that's a nice feature to have as a basketball coach. You can go and look at that really quick. So it's nice to have. And you guys do an excellent job. Today's filming picture looks a little different because of just how you had to set up because of the configuration of this place. But you guys do an outstanding job with your camera work. And a lot of that goes out to Otto D. St. George, who does an outstanding job running that camera. Hope I didn't butcher that too bad.
He smiles.
He gives me a thumbs up. He's not going to kill me anyway.
Yeah.
Burris looking for a 3-ball, and they got it. Number 4, that be Carnes, misses. Goes out of bounds. It'll stay Muncie ball. Well, Otto, one thing I will tell you is this. You've got a whole bunch of letters in your name, and so you can understand it a little bit. I got 5, and they don't call me by my right name, so it's okay. Here comes Carnes trying to get to the hole. He's aggressive to try to score and aggressive to try to get the basketball. He's got some promise along with that kid right there, Grant Jones. Krieg comes and sets a screen and moves the whole way, and they just let him get by with it. Now Jones crossover in front of Wiggins, tries to get to the rack. Wiggins strips him, and now we're into a fast break. It's 3-on-3 really. Back to Riggle. He gets in the middle, can't get any hang up. There's Wiggins, though, there to clean it up.
Nice.
When you got that big fella underneath the basket, throw it up there. He's going to go get it 9 times out of 10. Wiggins with his first 2 of the ball game this afternoon, though. Jones, long 3, misses everything, and can't make Coach Joe Anderson very happy.
44-17. What do you do if you're Muncie Burris? Punt.
Don't stop the clock if you can. Wiggins is going to get called for traveling as he drug that left foot just a little bit.
In the championship game tonight, John, Danville taking on Northwood. We will not have that game on the network, but could be a good one.
Well, excuse me, it could be a real good one. Just from the standpoint, number 13, Josh Stevenson scores with a left-hand runner. 30-second timeout. We'll keep it right here. And it could be a really good one. I'm anxious to see if Danville can press them with the tenacity that they pressured Muncie Burris. My feeling is no. But they will get some stuff out of that, and that's what they're looking to do. If you can get 5 or 6, 7 turnovers a ball game just off your press defense, that's somewhere close to 14 points a game, Coach.
Here's the last play here.
A little left-hand runner, nice. Yep. A little kiss.
A little positive here, 6:43. Don't forget, Indiana SRN will cover you wall-to-wall with basketball all season long. Check out our website at indianasrn.org. And if you'd like to help sponsor some of these games, contact us at coach@indianasrn.org.
There you go. It's going to be out of bounds, and it's going to stay Heritage Christian basketball.
Putting a little bit of pressure here. Got to keep the ball in the middle of the floor.
Wiggins skips it ahead now to Cobb. That's the guy you got to have in a lineup against the press, I think. It's Cobb. Wiggins. Not got to be in a hurry. You got the lead. You're going to get your first W of the year. Wiggins has it poked away. And now here comes Muncie Burris. Jones in and scores. Nice job. He's under control, even though he looks a little out of control. He's pretty under control once he gets close to the rim.
He's leading scorer tonight with 8 for Muncie Burris.
Skip pass. Down to K in the corner. He misses that. Wiggins tries to get it, and it'll stay here as it's off of number 24, Jalen Krieg. Riggle into Wiggins. Wiggins turns, and there's Krieg off of K, out of bounds. Nice job by Krieg that time to find somebody to punch it off of once he got it away from Wiggins. Here comes Muncie Burris. Krieg outside. Gets cutting Jones across the lane. No good. Wiggins with a rebound, and here he comes in a hurry. Riggle. Tries to get in the middle. Does. Tries to get it to K, and I just don't think that's a pass you can make. A 1 foot bounce pass at about 25 miles an hour.
No, really, in that you need to put the ball in the cup right there.
Well,
put it up on the rim.
Either that or dribble it out and start something different. Would have been probably my best option there because he really didn't have anything. And he was going to put K in a bad spot to begin with. Jones tries to get it to Krieg. Can't. It's going to be out of bounds off him. Another situation where they need to kick it out instead of trying to pass it internally. Krieg couldn't get a handle on it. I'm looking for something, Coach. That's why I'm something I want to do. Riggle, three-pointer, no good, but it was in rhythm. That's going to be off Krieg's foot, but he saves it from going out of bounds. Scramble, Riggle with a steal, and he gets pushed from behind. Are they going to call that? No, they're not. They could have called that intentional, but they did not.
So Riggle will go to the line for two. Got it.
Knocks that one down. Does Riggle.
6 point on the night.
Found what I was looking for, Coach. Just took me a minute.
Got it.
Knocked that one down. 1:14 to go.
No, 4.
I can't see the clock. 4:14 and
yeah.
4:08 to go. I'm sorry. Maybe that's wishful thinking. That's off the mark. Krieg gets it for them. Tipped away. Oh, that's a double dribble. They got him. He knew it. Just thought he wasn't going to get caught for just a brief second. 3:55 to go. 46. Let's see here. To 21. 46-21. Over in the corner to Connor McKibben. His first time in the ball game today. They're going to get a hold on, I believe, number 20, but I'm not for sure. Let's see. Yep. Number 20, Darren Cobb. And now that will send Muncie Burris to the line. They need to make these free throws if they can. So give them 23 if they can make both of these. And he makes the first one.
Fisher's with his 6th point of the night. Check that. 7th point of the night.
Here comes the next one. And bounces around, no good. Wiggins goes up and gets it, loses it. Now Jones with it. He'll go up, can't finish. Wiggins with a rebound this time, and now they're going to get somebody on a foul. Shot to the head. Let's see who that was on. I think 24. Yep. They're going to get Krieg. It's going to be his second. Here comes Heritage Christian. Wiggins to Riggle. Riggle gets to the cup, makes it. Nice job.
Nice
Thought
move.
about the three, hesitated, got by, and then finished at the rim.
Got 9 on the night.
Bryce Riggle with 9. A nice shot that time by Carnes. Comes up just a little short. I'm sorry, that was not Carnes. That was Colton Fisher. I apologize. Cobb with the basketball. In a little bit of trouble. Finally finds Micklemore. Cobb knocks him out, knocks it out of bounds is Jones, and it'll stay Heritage Christian.
Indiana SRN has high school basketball for you this evening on the internet radio. Southport taking on Seymour, and that's a 7:30 start. So as soon as this broadcast is over, just click on, you're on the website, just click onto that game. Steve McClure will have that broadcast with CJ Benberry, radio broadcast only. Southport and Seymour could be an interesting game.
I thought it'd be a good one. Are they playing down at Seymour?
No, they're playing at Southport.
I'm playing at the big gym. Of course, Seymour's got a big gym too. So here comes Jones. Corner three off the top of the backboard, no good. And here comes Noah Johnson in the ball game for the first time this afternoon. Oh my! If that kid starts making that, watch out. Aiden Thompson starts making that little turnaround hook shot.
I like it though.
I did too, really well, and it looked good. So he needs to shoot it. If he starts making that, he's going to be tough to handle. He blocks Jones's shot.
The young man is 6'8".
Here comes Heritage Christian, 1:58 to go. Cobb. Now Noah Thompson.
I like the
gets
ball
to Micklemore. It's been a lot better today. A lot better this afternoon. They're going to give it back to Heritage Christian. Now checking in is number 25 for Muncie Burris, that being Carter Fisher. And Jones will go out. I don't know how you take that kid out. Aiden Thompson. Surely Aiden and Noah aren't brothers. Too much height difference. Oh my. Carnes all the way. Ran right between two people. He's a gamer, Coach. He's tough.
Sir.
He's a hard-nosed kid.
Took the hit, too.
Now, you can't bounce that ball into him like that. You got to throw it up where that kid can't get his hand on it. And then let him go to work.
I want to thank Jerry Collins for producing tonight.
Great job producing. Anybody that can make me sound good is pretty good.
Well, you notice we didn't get you on camera today.
That's, thank goodness. Face made for radio.
Under a minute.
Under a minute in this one. Once again, I'd like to thank you guys for letting me be a part of this. Been a lot of fun to be back in the saddle one more time. Cobb, he'll have it out front, and I think they're just going to be content kind of maybe to shoot an elbow jumper, and they got it. Thought they were going to hang on to it. That's a nice way for him to end the day, though. He's played really, really well, Darren Cobb. I got him for 15.
Yes, sir.
He gets the rebound, and that's probably going to do it. 23 seconds to go, and I'll be surprised if Corey Jackson just doesn't take the air out of it a little bit here and hang on to it. Down to 8, and that's going to be the ball game. They're just going to hang on to it, dribble it out. That's going to end it here from Ball Gymnasium. Heritage Christian's going to win this one 50-22. We'll be right back with the post-game show. They win this one 50-22 on Indiana.
We're going to keep it right here.
Keep
John.
it here?
Yeah,
Okay.
we're going to close it out here real quick. Cobb ends up the game high score for 15 points in game number 2. Heritage Christian now 1-2. Their next game is a week from Saturday live right here on Indiana SRN. They'll be at home against Cardinal Ritter. Will be a great game, a City Alliance ball game. Burris goes to 0-3. They will play Tuesday. They will play on Tuesday. Their leading scorer today is Grant Jones. He had 8 points tonight.
Coach, real quick, I want something that came to my mind this week and something I want to say. Today we celebrate football in the state of Indiana with our state championships of yesterday and today. But 2 weeks ago, we lost a great man, and that's Coach Bausman from West Washington High School. Lost his life at the end of a football game with a stroke, in all intents and purposes, and we celebrate his life today. And the thing that I would like to say is this. Indiana SRN is built on a Christian-based belief. And if nothing teaches you more than that, it's that incident right there that at no time can you think that tomorrow is given, and you always have to be ready to go meet our Father in heaven. And I know that Coach Bausman was there, and he is ready to meet him in heaven. Too early, too quick. Our thoughts and prayers go out to the Bausman family, and always remember, Bausman strong. That's going to do it from Ball State University. And Ball Coliseum, Gymnasium, whatever you want to call it. It's a beautiful place. It's a very historic place. If you get a chance to get here, come and see it. I would like to thank Jerry Collins and Keith Myers for the opportunity to call today's games. We look forward to maybe doing some more in the future. That'll do it. Indiana SRN, where you're always in the game, says good night, God bless, and God bless America.